Welcome to Corepunk Quest Guide, Brave New World, Crafting Proficiency. So for this quest, there are actually 7 quests you can do. I recommend 4. We'll be going over Focus Fuel from Nia, Wisdom Within the Woods from Zogar, Wisdom Within the Rocks from Thordle, Counterfeit Certificate from Percival. Those are the 4 I recommend, but we also will be covering Grotesque Gonads from Butch, Explosive Engineering from Ratchet, and Implant Issues from D-Rack. This quest is actually started right after completing Baking Independence, and is a continuation of the previous quest line, Brave New World. Big Mom is located in Goldenfield Town. And Goldenfield Town is located north of Dusttide Forest, where you start the game. And Big Mama is the one that gives you this quest, but again, it's a continuation, so you should already have spoken to her in the previous quest. So we're going to go over the required quest. And we're going to start with Focus Fuel, one of the recommended. So for this quest, you're going to need 3 transparent leaves and the completion of a Nutty Favor quest. So we're going to start with how you can get transparent leaves. And transparent leaves can be found by logging magic trees. And I found that magic trees can be in the green forest-like areas, such as Dusttide Forest or surrounding ones. Alright, let's get into the quest. So, to start the quest, you need to speak with Nia, and then just accept it.
It's what you... The logic's all in... That's where this... So, how about it? Up for a little adventure, cowboy?
Of course.
You're the best.
So for this quest, you just need to gather 3 transparent leaves,
Don't forget.
which we already have from earlier.
Hey there.
So go ahead, once you have them, speak with Nia, and then complete the quest. And just a reminder, Nia is located in Goldenfield Town, which is north of Dusttide Forest.
Salutation. Transparent leaves are the
Go ahead and
key,
select a reward.
cowboy.
I recommend you take the Stimulating Implant, because you can use it for the Implant Issues quest.
You're my hero.
And once
Let's
you have
go
your
and
reward, you're all
roll.
done. Up next is going to be Wisdom in the Woods, which is another recommended quest. For this quest, you just need 3 tree roots. Tree roots can be found by logging the faint petrified rootwood nodes. And then faint petrified rootwood can be found in the grassy forest areas. Let's get into the quest. So to start, you need to go to Zogar, and Zogar is in Goldenfield Town. Goldenfield Town is just north of Dusttide Forest. So we're just going to go ahead and talk to Zogar, accept the quest.
As a novice, but remember, your test is once you got some... Not that exciting task, but it covers the back. Deal.
And then the requirement is just to make 1 jewelry wood.
What a slog.
So head on over to the logging station. And then go ahead and click create once you're on jewelry wood. Just requires the 3 true root. And like that, you're done. So go ahead and close out. Go back to Zogar. and then speak with him and complete the quest,
You're doing
and
good
get your
work.
rewards.
Keep it up.
And that's about it for it. Another recommended quest we're going to do is Wisdom Within the Rocks. For this quest, you just need 3 soft crystals. I'll show you how to get those. Soft crystals can be found by mining faint fossilized crystal seams. And faint fossilized crystal seams can be found in stony areas around the map. Alright, let's get into the quest. So Thordle is located in Goldenfield Town, and that's who you need to speak with to start the quest. So go ahead and speak with Thordle and start the quest.
I want you to head to West Ledge, extract soft crystal from the veins, then process it into.
I'll do it.
Right on. I knew you had it.
So
in
as you can see, this quest requires
Remember,
powder filler.
Extract soft.
So you just need to head over to the mining station and interact with it. And then inside the mining station, click on powder filler and then click create. It requires 3 soft crystals.
I'll take that.
And then once you have your powder filler, just go ahead and return back to Thordle.
I've seen snails.
When choosing a reward for this quest, I recommend you take the counterfeit painkillers. There's a quest called Counterfeit Certificate that you can use the painkillers for. So just take those and you'll be able to bypass that. The last recommended quest is Counterfeit Certificate. And if you chose painkillers as a reward from the previous quest, you can bypass the crafting requirements for this. And for this quest, it requires 2 blue lotus and 6 soft crystals, so you can make 2 powder filler. And first, we'll show you how you can get blue lotus. Blue lotus can be found by gathering the thick bushes. I've mostly found that thick bushes are in grassy areas like Dust Tide Forest. The next thing we're going to show you is how you can get soft crystals. Soft crystals can be found by mining faint fossilized crystal seams. And faint fossilized crystal seams can be found in stony areas around the map. Alright, on to the quest. So go ahead and head over to Percy. He's in Goldenfield Town, and that's how you start the quest. And Goldenfield Town is north of Dust Tide Forest.
Howdy
And
do,
once you see
amiga.
Percy, go ahead and talk to him to start the quest.
To be the I've got a plan though, and because yes, I'll give you the recipe. You do all.
I'm in.
Man, you're the real MVP. Let's get
And as
those
you can see, we're
painkillers
gonna need
brewing.
3
Remember the
painkillers.
counterfeit painkillers, dude.
In order to see the painkillers, you're going to need to open your inventory and then learn the recipe. So as you notice, this quest requires 3 painkillers, so you're going to need to double the craft and resources. Powder filler can be crafted at the mining station and just requires 3 soft crystals, so you're gonna need 6.
What a slog.
So go ahead and interact with the mining station, select powder filler, and then go ahead and create.
Anything for me?
You're gonna need to do 2 for the quantity, so increase it by 1. That way you'll be left with 2 powder filler. I already have 2 out of the 3 painkillers, so I'm only making 1 in the video, but it does require 2. So the mining station is located by Thortle in Goldenfield Town. And then once you're done crafting, we're gonna head back to Percy so we can make the painkillers.
Getting a sweat on.
Interact with the alchemy station, and then click on the counterfeit painkillers, and then go ahead and click create.
Anything for me?
And then a reminder, this does require 3 counterfeit painkillers, so if you don't have any other ones, you're gonna need to increase that quantity. Once you have the painkillers, go ahead and
Welcome
talk to
to
Percy,
my lab, my friend.
and then
I'm
complete
still
the quest.
alive, so you're not too late with those painkillers.
And you got your rewards, so that's all you need. So that completes the 4 quests that I recommend. If you're only doing these 4, feel free to skip to the end. Otherwise, I will be going over the other 3 that you can use. However, I don't recommend completing them just for this quest alone. So we're going to start with Grotesque Gonads. For this quest, you need 2 gonads and the completion of the quest, a butcher's lesson. So gonads can be found from 4 mammoths.
That the guy. I like it over there.
You can usually find boars near the forest areas or scattered throughout the green parts of the map. So Butch is located in Goldenfield Town, which is north of Dusttide Forest.
Well,
Go
look
ahead
who
and talk
we
to
got
Butch
here.
and start the quest.
Got this theory. If it works, of course I'm gonna need some. Think you can head up to the Skylight Grasslands and grab me a pair of. Attaboy,
So once you
don't
get
get
2
squeamish on me.
gonads,
Head
go
up to
ahead
the
and
Skylight
speak
Grasslands
to
and bring
Butch.
back 2. Want to buy some meat?
And then
Remember,
complete the quest.
Skylight Grasslands. Can't miss them.
And that's all you need
Well,
for the
I'll
quest.
be.
Next up is explosive engineering. The requirements for this quest are 1 iron ingot, 1 amber, 2 jewelry wood, and 1 leather. And I'll show you how to get the raw materials as well. So we'll start with how to get iron ore. For the iron ingots,
Getting me steps up.
iron ore can be found in the faint celestial iron source. And I seem to find most iron nodes around the stony area surrounded by grass. Next, we'll go over how you can get amber. So amber is pretty simple. It can be found from just chopping down these magic trees. And I found that magic trees can be pretty much found in the green grass areas, or like the forest type areas, scattered around. And then we're going to do tree root for the jewelry wood. Tree roots can be found by logging the faint petrified rootwood nodes. And then faint petrified rootwood can be found in the grassy forest areas. And then lastly, we're going to do wolfskin for the leather. For wolves, I recommend that you only fight one at a time, 2 max, earlier on in the game. And I recommend only doing young wolves for lower levels. You can kind of finagle it to where you can get them alone. You just gotta find the point where the other ones walk away.
I'll take that.
I found the most success with wolves on the left of the game start. They seem to be in the wood area in abundance there. Alright, let's get into the quest. So for this quest, you need to start it with the Ratchet. He's located in Goldenfield Town, which is located north of Dusttide Forest. Go ahead and speak with Ratchet and start the quest.
You want to learn? So here, I've already whipped. That's why you'll need ironing. Once you've got those, you can use.
No problem.
Okie dokie. Get to work and let's make some magic.
So as you saw, you got a recipe. It's for the assault launcher. Make sure you use that. And then we're going to need to get iron ingot, jewelry wood, and leather. So we're going to go over how you can do that. Alright, so let's talk about how you can get iron ingots. Iron ingots can be found at the mining station. And the mining station is located next to Thortle, which is in Goldenfield Town. So go ahead and interact with mining station. You're going to select iron ingot, and then you're going to click the create button and wait for it to finish.
Talk about the good stuff.
And then we're going to go over how you can get jewelry wood. So jewelry wood is crafted at the logging station. The logging station can be found in Goldenfield Town by Zogar. And you can find this town by going north of Dusttide Forest. So go ahead and interact with it, and then select jewelry wood. And then you're going to need 2 for this quest, so increase the quantity by 1, and then click create. Make sure it says 2, and wait for it to finish.
Anything for me?
And then you should have your 2 wood. Next, we're going to go over how you can get leather. So you're going to need the butchery station. The butchery station is going to be located by Butch in Goldenfield Town. And Goldenfield Town is just north of Dusttide Forest. So go ahead and interact with it, and then select leather. And then you're going to click the create button and wait for it to finish.
Lovely.
So as you can see, sometimes this gets stuck. This is alpha, but you just have to relog and the item will be there. So we're just gonna go ahead and relog. And then as you can see, the leather is over there. So we have our leather. So we're gonna get back into the quest. Now that we have all of our items, head back to Ratchet and use the weaponsmithing table. Since we have all the items, go ahead and click create.
Oh, talk about the good stuff.
And now that we have the assault launcher, we can complete the quest. So go ahead and close out and then go talk to Ratchet.
Hey, Gunner! Remember, the bigger the
And then
boom,
go ahead
the
and select
better
your
the
reward
weapon.
and complete the quest.
Sure, why not?
That's some fine
You
workmanship.
got your reward, so you're done with
I
the
can
quest.
tell this.
For the next quest, we're going to cover Implant Issues. So for this quest, it requires 1 Blue Lotus and 3 Xiphoid Process. Let's start with how to get Blue Lotus. Blue Lotus can be found by gathering the thick bushes. I've mostly found that thick bushes are in grassy areas like Dust-Tide Forest. Next, we'll go over how you can get Xiphoid Process. Xiphoid Process can be found from green turtles,
Is for the big guy.
and I find the most success with turtles being near water sources. The best location for farming I found up north. There's a spot that lets you do laps, and they respawn as you do laps. Now that we have those, let's get on to the quest. So for this quest, you're going to need to talk to Direk. He's located in Goldenfield Town, which is north of Dust-Tide Forest. Go ahead and speak
Can
with
I lend a
Direk,
hand?
and then accept
As
the quest.
part of a they keep everyone healthy, but lately, I suspect there's I need you to, and if not, the recipe calls for Blue Lotus and biocompatible
Gonna do it.
I'm feeling under the weather.
So once you accept the quest, you need to craft an immuno-stimulating implant. You do need to learn the recipe for this, so open up your inventory and then go ahead and learn the recipe. So once you have it selected, you'll see that it requires a Blue Lotus and a biocompatible material. So if you want to learn where to do a biocompatible material, head over to the butchery tab and then select biocompatible material, and you'll see it requires the Xiphoid
Going
process.
for a mosey.
So we're going to have to go ahead and craft and head over to the butchery station. And the butchery station is located by Butch, who's also in Goldenfield Town. And then as you can see, we made it to Butch. You're gonna have to interact with the butchery station. And then go ahead and create the biocompatible material.
Now this is all right.
So I'm recording alpha footage. Sometimes it bugs to where it doesn't finish. You just have to log out of the game, log back in, and then it will complete. So once the biocompatible material is done being created, head back to DREC and use the construction table, and then go ahead and create the immuno stimulating implant.
More weight.
Alright, once it's done, you now have the implant, so head over to DREC.
Hey there, two
Go ahead and speak to
any
DREC, complete
success
their
with the
quest, and
implant
get your
yet?
reward.
Success!
And that's all you need to
Seems
do.
like I can.
Now that we've done all the quests, let's go ahead and wrap up the main quest. So go ahead and head back to Big Mama, and then go ahead and
What
select
did
your
Big Mama
rewards,
do for ya,
and then
huh?
complete your quest.
Oh, you found the spice, Sugar. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Sugar. From bacon to back-breaking labor.
Of course.
Now, I think the next thing you gotta do
As you
is
see, you got
get
our
out of
rewards.
there and put
It's
those-
marked as
there are
complete.
plenty of people around
And then
here,
it starts the next quest for you
yeah,
after
it's
you're
not
done with the
personal.
dialogue.
Just
I'll do it.
So
maybe
you're
if
all
you
done.
help some of them out, we can get them to vouch for you with
Until the next quest, thanks for watching.